Ferrari has had a very good performing front wing upgrade that was introduced in Singapore, and it seems like this was one of the final things they needed in order to iron out certain weaknesses off the SF-24. But the journey doesn't stop here, as the Maranello team are not done when it comes to 2024. And even though they took a solid hit at Singapore with a disaster qualifying, the remainder of the calendar, more precisely Austin and Qatar, are going to offer a unique opportunity for Ferrari, one that they've been waiting for the entire season. With this in mind, could Ferrari's upgrades be the key factor in them winning the race in Austin and Qatar? If there was one thing that we were eager to see at Singapore, it was that front wing upgrade for Ferrari. Yes, the team labelled it as a small one, keeping expectations to a minimum. But with the ongoing debate regarding flexi wings and how McLaren and Mercedes are exploiting this unsound grey area, it was time Ferrari took some of those flavours into their machinery. And the results, once it hit the Marina Bay circuit in hands of both Leclerc and Sainz, indicated that the new front wing indeed has added both aerodynamic performance and has boosted driver confidence. This is definitely what Ferrari needed in order to push in the right direction. And with only 6 events remaining in the 2024 calendar, the goal remains clear: improve the car to a consistent McLaren challenger across all circuits and surpass Red Bull in the Constructors' Championship, securing second in the standings. But what role does this new front wing play here exactly? What it did to the car is that it widened the SF-24's performance window around its medium to high downforce configuration, actually making the SF-24 a lot more drivable and more enjoyable around bumpy circuits, which even includes high-speed corners, something that definitely has not been the case with the SF-24 since Spain. Ferrari's senior performance engineer, Jock Clear, had a lot to say in this matter. As he elaborated, the wing is not specific for this circuit, but basically, it's just moving the energy a little further inboard. If you look at it closely, you'll see that the inboard is a bit more aggressive and the outboard is a bit less aggressive. So we've moved that dynamic a little bit. This allows us to crank on a bit more downforce. Balance is everything around here, and we've been a little bit backed into a corner at some of the high downforce circuits before, because we're running out of front power. It's just a little more powerful at the top end, slightly more efficient, but it really is that it's a bit more powerful. That gives us a bit more scope. Needless to say, direction is loud and clear. Have a consistent competitive machinery in 2025, and from seeing how fast Leclerc was on his final stint on the hard compound tyres, matching Lando Norris lap after lap, one could help but note that there's a lot of hope for Ferrari in the upcoming campaign. But for them to do that, both the front wing and the floor of the car needs to be moving in this direction, as the combined efforts of the front wing and underfloor are not just dictating aerodynamic performance, but these parts are also affecting the car's mechanical performance in a positive manner. Ferrari's Singapore front wing was aimed at increasing local downforce generation. New flaps 3 and 4 and a different airflow management form the basis of this new specification. The most significant change occurred at the junction between the wing profiles and end plates. Here, Ferrari's engineers drew inspiration from McLaren, adding new roundly curved new flap tips which act as vortex generators to enhance outwash beyond the front wheels. This benefits aerodynamic penetration by simulating a shield for the front wheels. Among other modifications, a different design of the carbon fibre layers was reported. This led to a different and more controlled flexing of the wing elements. As could be seen in various onboard videos from the SF-24, flaps 3 and 4 rotate around their pivot more limitedly compared to what is seen on the MCL38. It's an objective still to be achieved, but the work done in Maranello is heading in the right direction. Furthermore, Ferrari's new wing, like McLaren's, exhibits unusual flexing. Besides transverse flexing, the wing also rotates around its longitudinal axis, affecting all incident airflow, especially at the ends, which must be finely controlled. What was seen in Singapore was a Ferrari capable of maintaining an excellent race pace on medium and hard tyres. However, this was undermined by the starting position, which forced the two drivers to endure numerous DRS trains. Thanks to excellent time management in the first stint, Charles Leclerc managed to cover more than half the race without ever having clean air in front of him. After switching to hard tyres, the Monegasque driver began a highly competitive recovery, achieving the best second stint of the entire field. Data from the second stint revealed one important positive within the SF-24. From turns 16 to 19, Leclerc was able to maintain a high throttle application compared to Lando Norris's McLaren. with the numbers compared being 56% to 18% on their respective fastest laps. This reveals that the SF-24 had plenty of grip and traction around these corners, corner profiles similar to what Qatar and Qatar has. Even more interesting is the top speed delta Ferrari had on McLaren. Having extra speed at corner entries becomes noteworthy at a circuit like Singapore. This is due to the setup required for the Singapore circuit, where the suspension is set soft to handle the bumps of the track surface. While this could have triggered annoying bouncing during cornering, it did not. This was thanks to the new floor which was introduced at Monza, which creates an effective aerodynamic seal even when the suspension and ride height is adjusted. One question that's been asked after seeing what the SF-24 can do with the upgraded floor and front wing is whether or not it can be a consistent frontrunner for the remaining 6 races. The short answer is yes. The upgraded SF-24 was compliant around the bumpy streets of Singapore, which bodes well for a resurfaced Austin and the other 5 races. Ferrari also seems to have solved the car's inherent medium speed bouncing issue. Not hearing drivers complain about it in recent races is clear evidence. Ferrari feels the new front wing gives them more flexibility than before when it comes to shifting balance when rear downforce is maximised. Also, the team has more upgrades coming for the Austin GP, which was confirmed by team principal Fred Vasseur, as he pointed out that his team's work on the SF-24 currently benefits Project 677's development, adding, "We, like so many others, will bring new pieces to Austin. We're already working on the 2025 car, but we'll do our best to bring something to the SF-24. They will probably be the latest news for everyone. We have 4 weeks and we will do our best to understand our weaknesses and work to improve for Austin." These upgrades could play a significant boost in improving the SF-24's performance for the final quarter of the season. There is one specific thing about the front wing upgrade that Ferrari brought to Singapore, and that is the valuable information it gives the team when it comes to making the right choices for 2025's car. Already revealed by Vasseur, engineers back at Maranello have started their work on the 25 car, and as of now, we do know a thing or two about Project 677. For starters, the team will make a mechanical revision, switching to pull rod front suspension, a decision said to be influenced by the impending arrival of Hamilton, whose driving style aligns more closely with that of Charles Leclerc than the current incumbent Carlos Sainz. More significant improvements will be made to Project 677 with the restructuring that has happened within Ferrari's technical structure. With a new technical director in the helm, there will be new avenues open for Ferrari to explore. So, what do you guys think about the current Ferrari upgrades? Do you think they'll be powerful enough to improve the SF-24 into a consistent victory contender in the remainder of 2024, as well as the 2025 season? We are very much into your thoughts and perspectives in the comments section down below. And on your way down, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to get notified of our future uploads, to keep yourselves up to date about the 2024 Formula 1 season.